Hi guys, it's Brett Robson and today I'm giving you guys a 2016 Q&A. Q&A is something I like to do at least once a year. I feel like it kind of like introduces me to new followers, kind of reconnects me with old followers who already know me and have known me for a while. So if you've been here since like before, you're used to these kind of questions. Some of them you may already know the answers to, but I think some of the questions I got today were really awesome, especially because since my last Q&A I have also now started my own clothing line. So I've got a lot more to talk about in that respect, so I'm really excited today. I hope the video is not too long. I'm going to try my best to make it not too long. Enjoy. What is the number one thing that keeps you motivated when life happens? Well, this is easy for me, I think, because I'm a self-motivated person. Like, that's the way it is. I motivate myself. I don't need anyone behind me chasing me, do this, do that. And when things get crazy and life happens, I kind of just put things in perspective and say, okay, well, what's the end goal here? What's the end game? What is this? If I can't just like basically let myself drown in the fact that I'm feeling bad about X, Y, Z, or I'm crazy busy, I either need to not sleep and get things done, or I need to prioritize and kind of figure out what's more important. But I always just like motivate myself. That's one thing. I always just try to like visualize what the end game is and what my goals are, and that always kind of keeps me in check because I'm very focused and very goal orientated. So yeah, I think that's what basically like keeps me motivated when life happens. How does one get to promote for a brand? Something in the lines of what you did for Garnier. I think what this person is referring to is the Garnier project, where it was a pure active project, and I may insert some pictures, I'm not sure. And I basically was looking for possible brand ambassadors on Garnier's behalf and kind of just like letting people know that this is what the story is. I didn't actually choose anybody. It was the Garnier team who chose. I was just sort of like a middleman between my readers and the brand. And the reason they chose me there was because I've worked with them before, firstly, and we've had a good relationship with working with the brand. And so they have an idea of who my reader is, and that is the perfect person basically to work with Garnier. So I was like the perfect person to kind of say like, hey, my readers would absolutely fit this Pure Active campaign. I myself actually use the Garnier Pure Active skincare range, and so it seemed like the perfect match. Again, it's also got to do with the fact that I have a following already, the fact that I have reach, and all those little things that sort of like make up me as a package and why the brand wanted to work with me. You gotta kind of, as I always say, build your brand up in order to, you know, get to work with other brands. Focus on yourself, and then the rest of it will sort of follow. Hi Brett, I've been practicing to get the perfect wing liner. What's your secret? My trick though is to always just start in the outer corner. I start with one line, bring another line in, and then I start at the inner corner, and I kind of just like join everything, and that's kind of how I get my winged liner like this. It's hard to kind of like always make sure that it's 100% even, but even so, you can still kind of like make it work anyway. Hi Brett, I really love your work and would really love to see myself doing what you're doing in the near future. How did you start your own fashion line, and how do you get people to notice you? I get this all the time. Like, people just kind of like see a gist of what you do and kind of say, oh, I want to do what you do. There's so much to what I do. I literally don't sleep most of the time. But I can tell you that in terms of me as a blogger, how did I get people to notice me? I basically just did what I was doing. I really enjoy fashion. I love fashion. Fashion's in my blood. I love it. I studied fashion design, so I literally, this is it for me. The fashion industry is, I love it. And I basically just like worked on myself, worked on my blog. I would send out like, tag people in pictures and everything. Whenever I wore brands clothes, I'd tag them and show them like, hey, I'm wearing your clothes, look how nice I style it, and things like that. I would share my posts on Facebook, on Twitter, and everywhere. And eventually like people start to notice you when and eventually people start to notice like the kind of quality of work that you're doing and that sort of thing. And that's kind of how it kind of leads to working with other brands. In terms of how did I start my own fashion line, as I said, I did study fashion design and I actually work in clothing, so it's not easy. It is crazy. There's so many misconceptions with my clothing line. I feel a lot of the time like something will be sold out and people will be like, oh, can you order more of this? And I'm like, order more? I think there's a misconception when it comes to my clothing line. We make everything in South Africa. Our clothing is like, I have I start to finish, fabric sourcing, fits, I fit everything on myself. The pattern maker makes a pattern, sample machinist makes the first fit sample. I put it on myself, walk around my house and everything, and figure out what needs to be done in terms of like any adjustments and stuff like that. I don't just go click, 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 order 3 of this, 2 of this, 5 of this, and have it shipped to South Africa and then resell it to you. That's not what I do. My clothing is made by us, and I'm really fortunate that I have a clothing background, and that's how I'm able to do that and able to kind of give you guys the kind of merchandise that I love. So that's basically how I started. The fact that I actually have a clothing background, it's helped me so much, because there's so much more to clothing than people actually understand. How do you go about finding a photographer who understands your style and is just as creative as you? Who are the best photographers to work with in Durban for someone starting out? I'm the worst person to ask this question because I don't really get out much, so I don't know too many people. But what I can tell you is that a relationship between you and the photographer is something that you build over time. While Jerome and I are good friends, it didn't always start off like that, and it took us a while to get into kind of like working together. I'm very particular about what I want, and Jerome's kind of got to know that about me, and he kind of like takes it in his stride sort of thing, because he's super chilled and I'm very like da 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 da. So it's very interesting, but it's sort of something that it happened over time, and we've been working together for so long now, for like I think 2 years. And yeah, I really enjoy working with him, and I can't actually picture it any other way. Who are the best photographers to work with in Durban for someone starting out? Try Jerome if you're in Durban. He's super chilled and super awesome. Try Sims Photo. He's on Instagram. You can try him out. He's also a super cool guy. I'm in need of some tips on approaching and finding clients or blog sponsors. Please, can you do a top 5 do's and don'ts about blogging sometime? That I'm not going to answer here. It's going to take me too long. Expect that in a blogging 101 post coming very soon to you. I love your nails. They're always done so well. Do your real nails not suffer from always having tips on? And how do you care for your natural nails? This is a very good question. I've actually had my acrylic on for longer than I usually have it on. What I like to do is only do about 1 fill, and then take the acrylic off for about a month, and then do acrylic again, and give my nails a break, like in between like a month, do acrylic, then another month off. And when I do take the acrylic off, what I use is the Skin Republic Nail and Cuticle Repair. You can buy it at Clicks. I have posted it on my Instagram before, so I will insert a picture for you to see. And I love that it makes my hands and my nails and cuticle beds and everything just feel so good and so moisturized. And I mean, it literally, you know, acrylic kills your nails, and I know it does damage my nails, but I still love the way all of this looks, so I'm still going to keep doing acrylic, but I do actually take precautions when the acrylic is off, and I actually have my natural nails exposed for a while. So try that. How do you always have such good content for your blog and YouTube? I always just try to think of things that other people would like to read or see. It's the same thing with the Kylie content. Like, everyone was going so crazy about Kylie Cosmetics, and I said to myself, well, hey, yeah, I spent a shitload of money, but I spent the money because I knew you guys would be interested in actually seeing it, and actually seeing swatches like maybe on my lips and on my arm, and going through understanding the process of how to actually get it from someone else who is sitting here in South Africa as well, because it's not always easy to trust what a person in like the USA is saying, or a person in London, because you know, certain things in South Africa are different and things like that. So it's nice to be a South African person speaking from experience and helping you guys out. And yeah, so that's just pretty much where I come from. I just want to give you guys content that you're interested in, because that's what's going to keep you coming back for more, and that's essentially what I would like for my blog and my YouTube channel. Chat to us about taking photos, putting looks together, and how your aesthetic comes together in terms of digital media. I literally just do whatever comes to me naturally. In terms of photos, Jerome takes obviously all my photos for my blog. We obviously have such a good relationship, and that's why we work well together. And Jerome will be like, oh, that makeup is so good, like, come here, no, you need to do this, we need to get this sort of shot. And we just work so well together, and it's such a great relationship, and I think that also adds to it. In terms of how my aesthetic comes together in digital media, I literally just do what I like. I'm not the type of person who has an Instagram feed that is curated. I don't really want my Instagram feed to be like that. I just want to be able to share everything that I do on my Instagram feed. I don't have like one of those full-on fashion accounts or full-on beauty accounts where that's all you're going to see. If I'm out somewhere and I really love what I'm eating and I want to take a picture of it, you're going to see that on my Instagram account. I don't really only use one filter and all that stuff, so I kind of just do whatever comes to me naturally. In terms of putting looks together, I basically just, again, do whatever comes to me naturally. I love feeling comfortable. I love feeling sexy. So you'll often see me, yeah, with a bit of like a sexy kind of like look. And I'm like all for that. I embrace my body. I'm a woman and I love every inch of myself. And so I just like to dress for that and make sure that whatever I am wearing just makes me just look amazing. Even though to you maybe sometimes I don't always look amazing, but to me I feel 100%. So that's all that matters really. How do you go about choosing clothes for your clothing line? I love this question because I curate my clothing line based on trends that I see on celebrities and international designers and things like that. And I just say, if I know that fringe is a trend, then I'm definitely going to incorporate fringe in some way into the clothing that I put together. If I know that cold shoulders are on trend, then you're going to see me putting a cold shoulder out there. I decide on obviously what fabrics I want to put that style into and all of that. And a lot of the time, like, I'll actually start with the fabric and I'll say, okay, well, I have this fabric available to me. What can I see myself doing with it? And I'll say, okay, well, what are the big trends for summer right now? Oh, okay, I need to be doing this, this, and that. And that's basically how I do it. Like, I mean, the summer colors, the Pantone summer colors of the year, the Serenity and Rose Quartz, I actually booked fabric based on those two colors for my upcoming summer merchandise. And I'm so excited, and I just did like really cute stuff with that. And that's just basically how I go. I just want to make clothes that I want to wear, because I think that that's like one of the most important things, is that I need to 100% believe in what I'm doing. And so every single piece that I create has to be something that I feel that I could live in, basically. Ways to dress comfortably for work but still look good and professional. You can never go wrong with a pair of dark skinny jeans and heels. In most work environments, obviously unless it's a very, very corporate environment, you can get away with wearing a pair of jeans. So dark denim is always where you'd want to go if you want to be like super comfortable and chilled, but put in a nice little pair of heels and maybe a nice blouse maybe. You can also never go wrong with like a black shift dress. A black shift dress will get you so much wear, you have no idea. You can wear that anywhere from like a Friday night out with your friends to the office and to a funeral if that's where you're gonna go, but you can literally get so much wear out of a black shift dress, and it is super comfortable because it's not going to be too fitted as well. So even if you're having a bit of a bloated day or you ate too much and you don't even just like wearing like super fitted stuff, shift dress is going to be the perfect dress for you. Okay, so the last part of the video didn't film properly, so I'm refilming it. So different kind of makeup and hair, kind of. My hair's always the same, I don't know why, so it's different. Anyway, so the last two questions I have for you are, number one, what are my top 10 lipsticks? I have the top 10 lipsticks that I love right here, and I'm going to insert a picture so you guys can see each of the lipsticks that I love and that I would put in my top 10. I chose not to include any liquid lipsticks and that sort of thing, so I just chose like standard lipsticks in the normal sort of like bullet form and not necessarily in liquid form, but these are, some of them are cream sheen, some are matte, and I just love them all. The lipsticks are MAC Ruby Woo, Maybelline Color Sensational 630 Velvet Beige. Number 3 is Revlon Ultra HD Lipstick in 875 Gladiolus. Number 4 is L'Oreal Color Riche Laetitia's Pure Red. Number 5 is MAC Twig. Number 6 is MAC Whirl. Number 7 is MAC All Fired Up. Number 8 is L'Oreal Color Riche Eva's Delicate Rose. Number 9 is Rimmel's Lasting Finish by Kate. Number 3. And number 10 is MAC Crosswires. The last question I have from you guys is one that I get all the time. So, will I resell Kylie lip kits? No. The reason I'm saying no is because I've got more than enough on my plate and I can't actually take on another thing to do, and that's why it would just be too much for me to like try and resell the Kylie lip kits to you guys. So I have given you guys tools as to how you can do it yourself if you do not want to buy from local resellers. I have given you guys the tools in terms of how to shop the sites, how to use Shopito. If you haven't seen any of those videos, I suggest you check out my Kylie Cosmetics playlist, which I have created here on my channel. It is available when you click on the homepage of my channel, Brett Robson. You will see a Kylie Cosmetics playlist. Anything with regards to Kylie Cosmetics purchasing and the brand, you will find in this playlist. So please do check that out. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching the Q&A today. This is obviously my updated 2016 Q&A. I've been doing Q&As for years now, and it just makes me feel like I'm either getting to know the new person who's sort of like here on my channel, or kind of reconnecting with the people who've been here all along, because sometimes your views do change over time in that. And I just want to say thank you so much for you guys who've been here, my A1s from day one. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys have all enjoyed this video and that I managed to answer your questions okay. Do let me know if you guys have any other questions. You can leave it in the comment section below. I do often go through there and answer questions when I have a minute. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. Be sure to thumbs up and leave me a comment or whatever, and subscribe to my channel. Until next time guys, thank you so much for watching.